Good morning. We're getting a cockpit here. Okay, that might be okay. We'll get ourselves lined up a little bit here. Yeah, hopefully weather will be okay. Made a slight adjustment to it, but we'll have to see how it goes. I'm at Biggin Hill, and we're gonna do some touch and goes, and in airports around the London area. So we get a couple of plugins loaded in here. My checklist. I have a tab. So reports, EGKB. Oops. EGMD. And EGKA. Okay, that's all good. Okay, page where we're at. Get a map going. Let it fill in. Okay. Back to the airports. We'll see if we got zoom that in a little bit. Can I move it? Yep. Okay. So this should help. Need to figure out where I am. We'll do that in a bit here. Track the plane. Go on here. And zoom in a bit. So I can see. So I must be over. Over in here someplace. Okay, well, that'll work. So I have the sky is overcast and it's up about 8,000 feet. Hopefully that'll be okay, but just never know. So I guess I need to do some checking. Plugins. Show weight and balance. Yep, I need some fuel. Okay, 15 in both. We'll apply. That looks good. All right, call that good. Plugins. So let's look at maintenance. See if anything's too terribly broken. Everything looks good. Okay, 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 okay. Everything seems to be okay. Ain't got nothing broken. So let's go ahead and get the plane started up, and we'll go from there. Okay. So we should be at 598. So about there. And heading indicator, pretty close to west. Between west and 24. Yeah, looks like it's mark. Yeah, that should be good. Okay. Set. All right. Looks like everything is okay. We'll go ahead and check my flight plan here. Let me oh, well, we're looking for that one. I go enter. Understood. Understood. So So initial heading will be on a heading of 1, 2, 3. Alrighty. Say weather. Say active runway. Zero, 3. Okay, so 0, 3 is there. So if we're here, we're going to taxi back that way. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf ready to taxi. Okay, I think she's a little confused where I am. So we'll see if we can make our way to the runway. So I think I'm going straight through. Taxiways are a little weird right here. Also don't see a whole lot of, it's a little weird. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, ready for departure. See if I can for sure find the runway here. It's just a lot of concrete here. Okay. So this has to be the runway. Just a lot of concrete in this area. Rotate. Okay, should be on a heading of 123. So make a right turn here. Get out away from the airport. Trying to shallow the turn up a little bit. So we got about 40 miles to go. Kind of overshot where I wanted to be here. Pull power back to 22. Really, probably 1,500 feet is more than enough. So we'll get the plane trimmed up here. So, done with this airport, we'll go into this one. So, elevation is 13 feet. So, pattern would be about 1,000 feet. And tower is 119.380. Sitcom 1 standby, 119.380. Okay. So the airport is 3 and 21. So when we get much closer, about 10 miles out, we'll make a radio call to the tower and tell them our intentions. And my goal is to do a few touch and goes there. So but the weather's a little bit more crappy than I was kind of hoping for, but it is what it is. Hazy, but certainly I would call it BFR. Clouds they're broken, they're above us by thousands of feet. Because one thing I've found is if I manually in X-Plane, if I manually change the weather, power at the ATC doesn't seem to reflect that, so it kind of messes that up a little bit. I got to figure out why that's true and if there's anything I can do about it. Because even the ATC report didn't appear to be correct at the airport. Of course, I wasn't listening to ATIS there, so just dropping a little bit in elevation here. I just pulled back on the yoke a slight bit and tried to trim it. Need to go a little bit more. It's like level at about 1,300. I want to be 15. So, all my performance gauges say everything's working pretty good. The view in my headset seems fairly smooth. Hi, Iowa. How are you? Doing more of my touch and goes in the London airport area. London area airports. The real weather here is way worse than what you're seeing. That's the best way to work. Yeah, before I retired when I was working, so I was like a plant electrician. So basically your main job was if something broke on the line, it was your job to fix it. So they normally didn't give you a whole bunch of extra work. Sometimes PMs, that kind of stuff. But so you would spend some time kind of waiting for something to break. So I had quite a few days that were exactly that way. And the longer you were at the job, the better you were at seeing same problems happen over and over. So it didn't take you too long to fix them. That was an advantage of being there for quite some time. I'm on that Newegg shuffle, trying to find me a 3090. So yesterday, my girlfriend wants to go see Genesis in Charlotte. And so she's already got the airplane, and that would be in November. So she's already got the plane tickets and the hotel. So my job was to get the tickets. They went on sale, pre-sale yesterday, about 10 o'clock. That was the most stressful thing I ever did. That was just nuts. Because they were going so fast. You'd pick them. By the time you clicked next, getting ready to check out, tickets gone. It was nuts. So I finally got the tickets. And so sure enough, Newegg, I get the text message from Newegg that says, that there's going to be a shuffle at 1 o'clock. So I go ahead, I go look. Oh my word, there's a 3090 that's one that I would have bought. It was EVGA. And then I looked at the price and went, oh, that's going to take me over my daily limit. I can't buy it. I can't even try. I went, oh no. Talk about bad timing. Oh well, that's life. We'll try again. Because when my girlfriend got home, I was telling her the story. She says she could tell from my expression. She says, "Oh, those cards didn't come available, did they?" She says, I says, "Yes, they did." Oh well. It isn't like my 2080 is a slouch. So a 2080 Ti, it's not a slouch. My brother's taking a train, Amtrak from Iowa out this way. He's going to come back home, so for a couple of weeks. Tower, Cessna 6 Bravo Golf. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, inbound to land. Now, let's see if I can find this runway. From my map, it should be to the left of me. I'm doing a left downwind on runway 21. I think I have everything set up, so if I see the runway, go by it and make a left-hand turn, then I'll be set up for a left downwind. I see stuff, but I don't see anything clear enough. It's kind of crazy. There's a whole bunch of windmills around here. So it says it's 5 miles away. There it is. Say weather. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, downwind runway 21. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, request touch and go. Okay. Okay, I'll pull it back to 1800. 1 notch of flaps. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, turning final. It was a little long. Okay, 500 feet. Whoops. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, downwind runway 21. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, request touch and go. Just trying to get a little square with that runway. Okay, we're at the threshold. I'm pulling back to 1800. Holding up on the yoke. 1 notch of flaps. Let the nose drop. Put the 1800 back in. Alrighty. One more notch of flaps. Okay, get squared up on base here. Looking for the runway. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, turning final. Okay, I'll turn on the final. 2 notches of flaps out. Just trying to do a little bit better approach here. Save that one. Rotate. I had yanked way too much power out and kind of was kind of watching the runway just jumping up to meet me. I'm like, oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. You're not going to do that. So I give it quite a bit more power to kind of get it to stop. And once I seen it stop, then I stopped giving it more power and then started feathering it back out. And once I started flaring, I could tell that everything was looking quite good. So The approach was fair, but I was still too high when I was coming across the threshold. Okay, pull the power back to 2000 here. Whoops. I keep continuing to turn when I do this. I don't know why. Okay, start pulling myself out of this turn. All right, straighten it up. So at this point, I should be parallel. Hey, look. Yeah, the thing bugs up a little bit. No, it ain't too bad. We're okay. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, downwind runway 21. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, request touch and go. Nope. No, I'm really going to be high. Wow. Yeah, we got enough room. We can figure it out. So I'll go back to 1800 here. Hold up on the yoke. 1 notch of flaps. Alrighty. Turn in on base. 1 more notch of flaps. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, turning final. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, downwind runway 21. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, request touch and go. Okay. Hold back on the yoke. About 1800. Unknot your flaps. So the elevation here is supposed to be 13 feet. I want to see when I land. Do I have something wrong with my altimeter? Okay, looks like we're far enough out here. So one more notch of flaps. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, turning final. Could tell from as soon as I turned final, that was tremendously better. Yeah. Okay, I think one more and on to the next airport. And part of the reason I'm spending time in the UK is that's where my yoke came from. So I'm kind of paying tribute to the country that created this yoke. Definitely really happy with this yoke. Alrighty, back a little bit. Get lined up here for the downwind. Yep, this will be my last touch and go here. I'll move on to the next airport. I'm pretty happy with my results. Lots of runway for just a split second there. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, downwind runway 21. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, request touch and go. Alrighty. So we're trying to get parallel to the runway here. I was turned in a little bit. Got to be out over the water a little bit here. Okay. We're going to hold back on the yoke a little bit. Going to pull the engine power back to 1800. Put 1 notch of flaps in. And once we do that, we let go of the yoke. And, ooh, that was a little crazy. I looked over there and I was 40 knots. I was like, why am I doing that? So I held back on the yoke a little too much. And so we're at 1800, got a notch of flaps out. Kind of looking for where the runway is. Want to make sure I'm out here far enough. So when I turn in, everything will turn out okay. Alrighty, we should be good. So we're turning in on base here. 1 more notch of flaps. Let's try to make sure when I come up on the base, I make sure I square up with it so it's a 90-degree turn to final. That gives me the proper amount of distance to get rid of my altitude, keeping everything around 500 feet per minute. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, turning final. Okay, so looking for the runway to show up. There we go. Everything looking pretty good. Looking at those pappies. I swear I see, I did see 3 reds. I think that's not true anymore. Right now we're not descending. Now we are. So I can pull a little bit of power back here, but I'm too high. Throw in that last notch of flaps, pull back a little more power. Trying to get better lined up for the threshold. Not too bad. Perfect. Okay, done with this airport. Whoops, easy, Bill. Rotate. Next airport, 251. So make a shallow right-hand turn here. And it's 47 miles away. We'll maintain runway heading until 500 feet. And then turn the course. Two 6-1. 2-4. 2-5. 2-6. Okay, we're high enough. I can go back to like 2200. So yeah, let's let it slowly climb. Yeah, we'll see if I can. I'll try getting up to 2500. Hopefully the clouds will stay out of my way. But we got like 44 miles to go, so. And I'm heading in a westerly direction, so. I was at 1500 coming over here, but I was going east, so. Now that I'm going west, I should be an even plus 500. And I'm climbing at about 80 knots, so she was climbing pretty good. Yeah, looks like I should be okay. So we'll go back to 2200 here. So we'll try to get level. So I'm trying not to go above 2500. Too much power. There we go. So my airspeed should increase. I'm a little off course. Says we're 27 minutes away. If I remember right, this one's along the coast too. So where are we going? EGKA. So Shoreham. Whoops. Oh, it sounded like the RPM was increasing. I was like, what's going on? Part what it is as I try to level off here, then it doesn't need as much power, so the RPM tends to speed up a little bit. So I added a little Lewis script here that's below my landing rate script, and basically it's VR engine power info. So it lets me know the weight of the plane, the engine RPM, the horsepower, thrust, the throttle position, oil temperature and pressure, indicated airspeed, vertical speed, ground speed. And what I'm trying to do is try to document, because I'm using the reality expansion pack, I'm just trying to document what seems to work for me to do what I'm doing right now, just going to airports and doing touch and goes. What makes the best approach? How much power do I need? How many RPMs do I need? So I'm just trying to document that a little bit. So I think there's a few more things I want in there. I want certainly want the trim in there. I got to add that. Not sure what else I want. But that's what I'm trying to do. Just document it. So as long as I'm streaming, there'll be a video of it, and it's in like kind of the same place as where the landing rate is. So when I am coming in to land, I'll normally be looking in kind of that direction. So this first stream I've tried with this. So let's see how it works out. Because actually I wrote this script, wow, probably a year or two ago. And I lost it. I couldn't find it. And I'm like, well, I can write the script again, but I'd rather not if I don't have to. So I had to go searching some archives before I could finally put my hand back on it. So I looked at it and went, yep, I remember that. So, what are we looking at here? That's good. I always like when you have two towers. We'll guess at the first one. Setcom 1 standby, 123.150. Okay. And it actually worked. That's great. Every once in a while it says it's right, and I look over and go, well, that's not what I told it. Oops. Come on. Get back up there. Yeah, I'll do a few touch and goes here too, and when I get all done, I'll do a full stop landing and call it a day. I'm getting better about remembering to make sure my VR controllers are charged up before I start a stream. Remember one of them I started up I was I think 25%. I went, well, that's no good. Everything worked out okay, but kind of as important as VR controllers are to me, if they go dead on me, they're kind of useless. And since I don't use a mouse, that's not a legitimate fallback for me. So ooh boy. I better get the approaches right here. I basically normally what I'm looking at is if there's a tower, and there's a tower here, but there's only one asphalt runway, and that's 2,400 feet. Cool. All the rest are grass. That's awesome. So it should be fun to find the runway. And I better have the approaches figured out if I'm going to do a touch and go. Oh, well. That's part of the excitement. It's about... I've landed on... Yep, I think I've landed on runways about that length in real life. The runway I trained on at Erie was 5,000. Now it's 8,000, so it's like you can land probably 3 or 4 times on that runway. But the shorter runway there was a runway 220. That one was pretty short. I think that one was around 3,500, so. But hey, if you ain't got it figured out, that's what go-arounds are for. Two 220. Okay, 14.5 miles away. I find it interesting on the forums that people say that in the sim it's really difficult to trim an airplane. I'm not sure I agree with that statement. From the time I took off from the other airport, once I finally got it up to 2,500, I think I was way within 200 feet plus or minus. Generally within 100 feet plus or minus, maybe 150 till this point. So it ain't like you can't do it. You just have to pay attention to what's going on. Then you just have to make small trim adjustments. Small trim adjustments. I basically set the plane RPM at around 2,200 and basically trim for level flight. Not necessarily an airspeed, but just for level flight. And whatever airspeed is what I get. Because you don't know what kind of headwind you're pushing. And so what's my ground speed? So my ground speed's 80, 90. So, yeah, my ground speed and my airspeed are close. So I must not be pushing a lot of headwind. So, but there is some wind out here. I can just feel it push the plane around a little bit. Not a lot, just a little bit. Okay, coming up on 10 miles out. So I'll go ahead and test this frequency. Tower, Cessna 6 Bravo Golf. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, inbound to land. Okay, 20. So we can pull the bar back a little bit here. Just get like a gentle descent going on. If I'm 9 miles out, I need to get to 1,000 feet, and I'm at 2,500, so. So I'll have to figure out how to get to a left downwind for runway 20. So I'm thinking I'm going to have to, once I see the airport, go ahead and make a left-hand turn, do a 180 to get set up for a left downwind. It's what I'm thinking from seeing where 20 is, and so this is kind of a small runway, so it is not going to stick out too good. I probably need to descend a bit faster. Is that the runway there? Doesn't look right. I don't think so. Trying to give myself an aiming point. So the runway is 3 miles away. Okay. So I'll pull back on the yoke. Run the trim wheel down a little bit to try to get level here. Two miles. Whoa. Getting way too low, Bill. Can't believe I can't see this runway. Wow. Okay, here's the runway. Here's the airport. I'm not sure where the right runway is. Okay. I think I got it figured out. I'll come over here a little bit. See what I got for terrain around me. Not too bad. So, hopefully get out here far enough. Do like a 180 back. Hopefully I can see the runway when I spin around here. Nope. Haven't found it yet, though. Okay. So, I think. Wow. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, downwind runway 20. Something really looks weird. Okay. Hold up. Hold on the power. Hold up on the yoke. 1 notch of flaps. Man, that is a small runway. Something just doesn't seem right. It says 6 feet. Say weather. Huh. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf. Final. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf. Request touch and go. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, downwind runway 20. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, request touch and go. Must be a narrow runway. It really messaged with you. Okay, back to 1800 here. Hold up on the yoke. 1 notch of flaps. Okay. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, turning final. Nope, way too high. There ain't no way you're gonna make this. Go around. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, going around. That's hard. This is one of the toughest ones. There's enough, it's long enough, but it's just hard to discern, partly because the runway is probably, instead of 150 feet, it's probably 75. So it kind of messes with your perception. Because I'm at the right altitude here, and when I landed, I was at the right elevation, so it isn't like my altimeter's off. It's just, this is difficult. Had it better figured out the first time. Hilarious. Okay. Pull power back here to 2000. I got her straightened up here. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, downwind runway 20. I'm going to try for one more touch and go and then do a final landing. One serious challenge here. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, request touch and go. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, turning final. Okay, at least the approach looks a little bit better. Full flaps. Just seeing those trees, you just pull back on the yoke, kind of looking at your airspeed and going, okay, oh yeah, we're good, we're good, we're good. Because I was a ways down the runway. Great landing, but I was a ways down that runway. Alrighty. Full stop landing. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, downwind runway 20, full stop landing. This was fun. It had me quite concerned when I first looked at it on the in the text here. I was kind of like, oh man. But no problem. Alrighty, back to 1800. Hold up on the yoke, 1 notch of flaps. I'm a little bit low, but I'll be even lower if I leave that RPM where it was. Alrighty. Yeah, we're out here far enough. So we'll get squared up on base here. Call my final. Okay, square up on the base. there's the runway. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf turning final. Overshot it a little bit. Yep, overshot it a little bit. I think I got enough power in, I'll be okay. Okay, just get set up on the approach. I need one more notch of flaps out. Get my nose down. Pull back on the power. Actually pull it all out. Flaps down. Can I get it to sink enough? Okay. Don't see any taxiways. Nope. So, guess we'll just go over here on the grass, pull the yoke back, try to keep the nose wheel off the ground. I'll just do a back taxi. I think I've seen some taxiways over here. So I'll, those hangars over there? Huh. I don't see any taxiways to them. Well, let's go out across the field there. Maybe I can find a taxiway. Don't want to run into this tower. Yeah, I need to keep the yoke back. Oh, heck yeah. That's right, there's one paved runway and all the rest are grass. So all these hangars are for... That's a pretty big hangar for grass airplanes. Here's a runway. I just went right across it. There's a taxiway. Maybe I should have taxied all the way up to the end of the runway. Oh well. Looks like a friendly airplane. Yeah, let me... Oh, park over next to these planes. They look similar. I'll just park in the grass. Come on. Okay. So, avionics off. Alrighty, we made it. Very good. It all turned out better than I thought. Yeah, when I looked over here and I seen all this turf grass, I'm like, oh no. But that runway didn't turn out to be too bad. That was pretty nice. So, alrighty, I'm gonna call it a day, and Yeah. So, that was a lot of fun, and the weather was acceptable, and so I'll call it a day. Anybody that enjoys this content, please click on the follow button, and can see me do more craziness in VR. And so I'm kind of waiting on Microsoft Flight Simulator for the next update to come out to see if I may go back and just toy with it a little bit. Oh, thank you so much, Iowa. I may go back and toy with it a little bit, but it was just becoming a struggle to stream VR in Microsoft Flight Simulator. So, but I may go give it another whack and see how it goes. But I won't stream it until I've actually done that offline. So, but we'll call it a day, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye.